Hey, what is up, nobody? My name is Flea Market Blap, and welcome to the second video episode, whatever you want to call it. And today, on this thing, I'm not going to be talking about items that I found at a thrift store or flea market. I did find this, what I'm going to show you guys and talk about, at a record store, though, and they sold things like records, obviously cassettes, action figures, comic books, and also the guy had a collection of some old video games, and yeah, it wasn't a really good, not really good deal, but it wasn't like $5. It was $20. I might got ripped off, but I don't care. It was just yeah, Castlevania II, Simon's Quest. Anyway, it's not rare or whatever. I don't care. I really wanted it, and I didn't want to have to buy it on eBay and then have to wait or pay like $20 for frickin' shipping if it's only 2 states away. But anyway, the reason I'm talking about this, I'm not doing a game review, but I just beat the game, and I want to talk about it. There's some things that pissed me off in it. It was a great game, really worth buying. I loved it. It's definitely one of my favorite games now. Go figure. But there's just some things that piss me off that I just want to get out there and talk about. The first thing, there's not a lot, but the first thing was there's a certain type of enemy that just kept pissing the fuck out of me, and I couldn't. And they were easy to kill, usually like just a couple hits, but they were just so fucking annoying. They were the slimes. Yes, I'm pretty sure the slimes, not in the mansions or the mansions or castles, but out in the field, when you see them once in a while, there'd be like 2, 3, or 4, and they just bounce all over the place. At first it would took me like 2 or 3 hits to kill them, but then I got the Morning Star. And, they were jumping all over the place. I could never get a clear shot at them. They'd take away 3 freaking bars of health at a time, and I'd always die when I got surrounded by them. Finally, at the end, I just decided to say fuck it all and not even try attacking them. I just ran through, and took advantage of the freaking start where you left off thing when you die. So, that is one complaint. And it was just so annoying. My other complaint is when you're in Dracula's castle at the end. And usually in a game that I know, the games I know, usually when you get to the end, it's like, alright, this is it. All hell breaks loose. Time to show who you're made of. There's enemies there. Everyone's trying to kill you. And usually it's like you get to the end, you have only a couple, they give you some health or whatever, and you fight the final boss. Not for Simon's Quest. In this game, you get to I got to Dracula's castle. I'm expecting me to have to kill a bunch of enemies, especially the fucking slimes. I get there, nope. Nothing. Not a single enemy. The only thing I had to use my whip on was the blocks when I attached Dracula's fang to it and had to whip the blocks away. Even then, I mainly used the frickin' holy water. And it was pretty anticlimactic. And honestly, I don't know if they counted as bosses or whatever, but like when I saw the Grim Reaper and this floating mask, whatever, and when you killed them, I don't know if they counted as bosses, but if they did, that was a pretty pathetic excuse for a boss, because they were really easy to kill, just like 5 hits with a freaking flame whip. Hold on for a second. Son of a bitch. Yeah, and they would die really soon. And then I get to Dracula, and it's not a huge epic boss battle, but I still felt satisfaction when I killed him. It took 2 tries to kill him. The first try, he killed me, and Usually when I died in the game, I would start, even if it was game over and I select continue, I started right at the spot where I left off. Granted, all the enemies are back, but whatever, I started right where I left off. It was none of this go back to the beginning of the game shit, go back to the last spawn point shit. It was just right there, you're done. The only time it would have sent me back somewhere was if I was turn the game off, turn it back on, put in a password. It would give me all my shit, but it put me back at the beginning of the frickin' game. But it'd still give me all my crap. In Dracula's castle, when he killed me, I went all the way back to the frickin' castle, which annoyed me, because then I gotta go through this whole empty castle all over again. That's whole pointless, probably just there for background. But still, it was annoying. My other complaint, this is my final one, my big one, and it may not seem a lot, but one thing's for sure: I am not a good gamer, and I've learned that from a very young age. I rage way too much at video games. When I die continuously, I start biting myself because I'm so angry. I start freaking screaming at my brother. I start threatening to punch him. I start threatening to break the controller because I suck at video games. That's why I don't play Call of Duty, because it's always online shit. So anyway, my big complaint, my number one fucking complaint in the game, it was a great game, but the one thing that was really bad, the jumping. And normally throughout the entire game, it was fine. I jumped, whatever. I didn't land in any water. I didn't jump on an enemy, only once in a while. However, there are times when I had to cross a river and there were moving blocks. And normally I got over those okay. I die once in a while. And yeah, I die once in a while. And mostly it was just like 3 blocks moving up and down. Oh no. There's this one when there was like 10 blocks. I had to jump all the way across to the other side. I swear, when you die and you see like the whole game start, player 3, 2, 1, it counts down your lives. What I saw constantly was the game over, continue or password screen. Like at least 20 times. And it was just so annoying. I kept falling in the water, having to start back. At one point, I was literally this close from the other side. I'm on the last block. I jump, I mess up, fall in the water, all the way back to the goddamn beginning. And I tried recording on my webcam on my computer. I did. Said it was recording. I get done, and what do you know? My computer just frickin' deleted it for no reason, which sucked. Not deleted it, but see it right there, won't let me play it or anything. So yeah, I was like freaking the fuck out, screaming, all that on that one part, because I kept seeing the frickin', if I had $1 for every time I saw the game over screen, I'd be able to go back to the record store and buy another video game. And they were like $20 just for an NES game. I'm not sure if they're rare or anything, but I don't know. I got one Legend of Zelda for $10. So anyway, yeah, this was just, other than that, it was a great game. I loved how it looked. I loved the music. It was really catchy. Great gameplay. This wasn't a review. It was just, I just had to get it out there, this frickin' rant. Now I'm starting to feel somewhat better, but I just had to get it out there. So yeah, there's my rant. Simon's Quest, Castlevania II. Castlevania II, Simon's Quest. It was a really good game, and probably the fastest I've ever beaten a game other than on a mobile game or whatever. So yeah, there's my review, rant, whatever the hell you want to call it. Goodbye.